The company my husband worked for, the one that paid his salary, funded his lifestyle, and gave him everything he thought made him better than me, was registered in my name. He didn't know that. Not until the night he slapped me in front of all 600 people. My name is Serafina Vale. I am 26 years old. And this is the story of the year I spent being quiet, and the one night that made the silence worth it. I met Salem 2 years ago at the office. I was new, focused, kept to myself. He was the opposite, confident, easy, always surrounded by people. One day he walked up to my desk and asked something simple. That one moment changed everything. We started talking. Small conversations first, then longer ones. Coffee breaks, lunches, late evenings finishing work side by side. With him, everything felt easy, no pressure, no performance. For the first time in a long time, I felt like someone was actually seeing me. One evening, he asked about my family. I paused. Then I said something I had rehearsed 100 times in my head. I don't really have anyone. My parents are gone. I've been on my own for years. It wasn't true, but I needed to know something. I needed to know if he would choose me, just me, without the weight of everything else attached to my name. And he did. His eyes softened. He didn't question it. From that day on, he cared for me even more. When he asked me to marry him, I said yes, without hesitation. I should have told him the truth then. I know that now. His family was against the marriage from the beginning. They had plans for him. Someone wealthy, well-connected, with the right background. To them, I was none of that. At first, it was just cold looks, a heavy silence, an unwelcoming presence. After the wedding, it became something uglier. Simple girl, simple background. You didn't bring much, did you? I smiled through it. Told myself it would pass. It didn't pass. It grew. His father was the worst. He didn't bother with subtlety. You ruined my son's life. You brought nothing into this house. You're useless. Every day. Those words. Every single day. And Salem said, nothing. At first I told myself he just didn't want conflict. That one day he would stand up for me. But slowly, quietly, he changed. He started laughing at their jokes, agreeing with their comments. Maybe they're right, he said once, casually, like it was nothing. That moment broke something in me that I never fully rebuilt. Still I stayed, because I loved him, because I believed things could change. When he told me about the anniversary party, a big celebration, 600 guests, everything arranged, something in me lit up again. And for the first few hours that night, standing in that glowing hall with a glass in my hand, watching people laugh and talk, I let myself believe it. Maybe they had finally accepted me. Maybe this was the turning point. Then his father stood up. He raised his glass. The room went quiet. He smiled slowly, the smile of a man who has been planning something and is finally ready to use it. At last, he said, 1 year of this marriage. A pause, and a perfect moment to speak the truth. My grip tightened around my glass. My son, he said, made the biggest mistake of his life. He turned and pointed at me, and that mistake is standing right here. Murmurs spread through the room. I looked at Salem, waiting, hoping. He said nothing. He didn't even flinch. She has no family, no background, no value. Soft laughter began, then grew louder. And my son wasted his future on her. That's enough, I said. My voice wasn't loud, but it was steady. You don't have the right to speak about me like that. For a second, everything froze. Then a sharp sound cut through the hall. Salem's hand. My face. The room went completely silent. Don't you dare, he said, his hand still raised, his eyes cold. I won't let you disrespect my father. The laughter came back slowly. People whispering, watching, enjoying it. My face burned, my ears rang, but I didn't cry. Not there, not in front of them. I stood still for a moment. Then I reached for my phone, and I made one call. "Dad," I said softly. "Please come. I'll be there," he replied. My father-in-law laughed. "Who exactly are you calling?" "You said you had no one," I said. "Nothing." I just waited. The doors opened about 20 minutes later. The sound cut through everything. One by one, people turned. The laughter faded. The music felt distant. A man walked in, not fast, not slow, with the kind of presence that makes a room shift without a word being spoken. His eyes found me immediately, and he walked straight toward me. No hesitation, no distractions. When he stopped in front of me, I said, "Dad," quietly. But the room heard it. Complete silence. Salem froze. "No," he whispered. "That's not possible." My father-in-law laughed, confused now. "Who is he?" he said. Salem's voice was barely a sound. "He's the owner of Ardent Wear." A pause. The largest clothing brand in the country. His lips trembled. "The company where I work." Gasps spread through the room. My father-in-law's confidence left his face so fast it was almost physical. Salem looked between us. "Sir," his voice shaking. "Why is she calling you Dad?" My father didn't look at them. He looked at me, and then his eyes moved slowly to my cheek. To the mark. Everything changed in that moment. His jaw tightened, his hands clenched at his sides. "Who did this?" he asked. His voice wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. No one answered. No one dared. My father-in-law tried. "This is just a misunderstanding. Stop." One word, and he went silent. My father's eyes shifted to them. Cold, steady. "The company you're talking about," he said, "is registered in her name." Dead silence. Salem's face turned completely pale. "But she never told me," he whispered. "She didn't," my father said. "Because she wanted you to choose her, not her money." He paused. "She even asked me to pretend I wasn't her father. So you would see only her." Salem looked at me then. His eyes weren't angry. They were breaking. "I didn't know," he said quickly. "I swear I didn't know." My father stepped closer. "Exactly," he said. "You didn't know. And I told her." His voice dropped lower now. "I told her this man is not right for you. I told her one day he will show you his real face." The room was so quiet, I could hear my own breath. "I understand now," I said softly. "Dad, I understand now." My father turned back to face them, his expression completely cold. "What you did tonight," he said slowly, "you will answer for." He looked directly at Salem. "Tomorrow morning I want your resignation on my desk." A pause. "The divorce papers will follow." Salem stepped forward, panic breaking through. "Please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean..." I raised my hand slightly, just enough to stop him. "No," I said. My voice was calm, completely calm. "You showed me exactly who you are." I looked around the room, at the guests who had laughed, at the people who had watched and said nothing. "I gave you a year," I said, "a whole year to see me for who I am. And you failed." I picked up my bag. My father stood beside me. I looked at Salem one last time. "You would never have touched me if you knew who I really was." His eyes dropped, because he knew it was true. I turned and walked toward the door. The room stayed silent. No laughter, no whispers, just the sound of my footsteps and the weight of everything they had just understood too late. Just before I reached the door, I stopped. I didn't turn back. "You didn't lose me tonight," I said. You lost the only person who ever truly chose you. And then I walked out. Not broken, not crying. Done. If you liked this story, hit that like button and subscribe for more. And as always, thank you for being here.